Now the cam seals on this side are actually a little different than the other side. What you have here is the front hub for your camshaft. See this big long extension? The seal is here, the regular seal, and the O-ring is back here. So there's nothing on the back of the head, it's just a cap. What I've done is I've done this part of it on my bench, just out of ease of use rather than doing it here in front of the camera. And we'll go ahead and reinstall that, and that will cover all our cam seals. Our final step here is to replace the timing belt. I put a new Goodyear timing belt on here and routed it in. We line up all the timing lines here with its initial marks. At the top of each timing gear, there's a mark or line, and at the top of each timing cover, there's a mark. These all point up. The crank pulley will line up right here, right underneath the crank position sensor. Once all the gears are on, what we'll do is we'll loosen the tensioner here. This tensioner needs to be pressed, and then a pin slid through to hold the tension inside of it until we're ready with the timing belt. Then we'll pull the pin out, it'll release, it'll put tension on the belt. What we'll do at that point is we'll turn the motor over 3 or 4 times, then we'll tighten this down to make sure it locks into place. Okay, now that we've got the timing covers back on, we're getting set up, we're going to adjust the valves. Very important to have your valves adjusted. Oh, do it whenever you do the timing belt and water pump, every 60,000. That's a little bit soon. Generally, they don't need to be adjusted that often. But seriously, while they're in there, a lot of good shops will give you a discount because they're already in the same spots they gotta be. There's less stuff to take off, etc. It's just cheaper in the future to do it. Now, this is every 60,000 is recommended. A lot of people never do it. Never change their timing belt, never change their water pump. If you want to carry this car to be a 500,000-mile car, you do this faithfully, this car will do that for you. Once we've completed the valve adjustment, the final thing we're going to do is replace the valve cover gaskets. These are new, they're blue, they vary in color. We're going to go ahead and tighten up the valve covers on there. We replace the grommets here as well. Around each bolt there's a little rubber grommet. We make sure these are new. Just by going through these small steps while it's apart like this, we're saving problems later with leaks and things of that sort. This is basically what we call an engine reseal. The motor is mechanically sound, and we were preventing it from having any leaks or drips or anything of that sort by going through and taking care of it in this way. This is a pretty good thing to do to a Subaru every couple 100,000 miles anyways, on top of your other maintenance. These cars are just really mechanically sound, and so every once in a while to refresh your motor is just a good way to go.